Well, over the last couple of seasons, Bozeman, Montana has become one of the toughest places to play in the FCS. 15 consecutive wins inside the confines of Bobcats Stadium, as today, number 4 Montana State looks for 16 straight W's when they welcome in Idaho State on homecoming. And with that, we welcome you high above Bobcat Stadium, everyone. Alongside the former defensive coordinator with this Montana State program, Ty Gregorak, I'm Ben Creighton. Ashley Washburn will join us downstairs in just a couple moments. Ty, you've coached inside the stadium on both sidelines. You know how hectic it can get here in Bozeman when any opponent comes into town.
No question. Every game's going to be sold out this fall. 20,000 plus of Bobcat Nation. Picture perfect day in the Gallatin Valley. I still got chills from that flyover, man. It's a great day for college football.
It's going to be an amazing day for football. And talk about amazing. How about Sean Chambers the last 2 weeks, the FCS National Player of the Week following that huge performance last week against UC Davis?
You know, early in the season, I called this guy the Swiss Army knife of the team. Now I just call him the sword. Ever since his number's been called when Tommy Malott went down against Eastern Washington, he's been nothing short of special. Last week proved it.
It's been very favorable for Montana State when it comes to homecoming against the Bengals. A terrific record for Montana State. And you know it's going to be another sellout here in Bobcat Stadium. A line drive, a squibbler to get things going, as Idaho State will receive the kickoff to get things going, and it's going to be Benjamin Omayabu out to the sideline, and Idaho State will take over. Sagan Gronauer in this Idaho State offense will come onto the field for the first time today. Again, the third string for Idaho State as he rolls on play action, and the first one is complete to Xavier Gilroy. And again, he's their top target, and right out of the gates they go to him in a first down. Already close to midfield, Idaho State. The handoff, and bouncing to the outside is going to be Omayabu. And he'll be knocked out of bounds.
Omayabu making plays on the defense.
2nd and 5 near midfield, Gronauer. Once again, it takes a big licking near the 35-yard line. Once again, Xavier Gilroy. And another first down for the Bengal offense as they continue to move the ball on their first drive. So he took a licking right there. Jeffrey Manning right there.
Good shot by Jeffrey Manning. It's nice to have him healthy and back in this lineup.
Play action again, Gronauer. He's going to loft it up, and he's got wide open target. Touchdown, Idaho State. Talk about a quick start as they go to Jaden James.
Into the boundary, so they got overload into the boundary. It looks like a cover 3 scheme. Miscommunication because we should have a deep corner there.
And a little breakdown in the secondary for Montana State as Ian Hershey nails the PAT. A 7-0 lead for Idaho State. Well, actually, it was no good. From our vantage point, it looked like it went through, but no good, so it will remain 6-0 for Ian Hershey, who has been reliable in that kicking game. Kick it away, Marquis Johnson right now, the best kick returner in the Big Sky. First in the Big Sky, averaging 35 yards per return.
He's really done a nice job. That's been an area of concern over the last few years. They just haven't had that big play guy returning kickoffs. This is the one.
He'll haul it in at the 7. Following his blockers, gets beyond the 25, and he will be taken down at around the 29-yard line. National Player of the Week in the FCS. Leads the Big Sky and the FCS with 12 rushing TDs. And, you know, we talked to offensive coordinator Taylor Housewright a couple weeks ago before that Eastern Washington game, just to get that smile back and to see him loving his time here in Bozeman after kind of a rough year at Wyoming. It's great to see him really falling out as the first play. They'll give it to Elijah Elliott, who had that big performance a couple weeks ago against Eastern Washington.
A little outside zone into the boundary. I mean, just going back to Sean, though, I mean, a 200 and 200 game is incredible. I mean, it's only happened twice in the history of this conference. The last guy to do it was Dalton Steed in 2018. This kid is coming to his own. I think his mentality has changed a little bit, too. When you know you're the guy, and he's just stepped up and been that guy for the last 2 games, it's been impressive.
Yeah, that's what Coach Vegan was saying. It was kind of different considering that he had the week to get ready. And he'll pitch it out to his tight end in Derek Snell, and Snell gets to the 35. And that's where he'll be stopped. They'll bring up 3rd down.
And then Trayton Pickering on the line of scrimmage is the inline tight end.
But the big thing about Sean Chambers, you know, going back to him once again, we know he can run it. He was impressive through the air. 13 of 21, 62% completion, 227 yards, 2 TDs through the air. I mean, again, it's not just on the ground. He's shown that he can throw it. I mean, he showed it as well at Wyoming as on third down, pocket collapsing and wide open for a first time. He goes to the other tight end at Trayton Pickering. Obviously great to see improvement in the health of that running back room as he will get the give here, finds a hole and gets tripped up near midfield. And a late flag flies through.
Personal foul, face mask, number 14 of the defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And right there you can see it was Cortland Horton. He just got enough of his face mask, 15-yard.
Chambers going to the air, and he's got to complete to Robbie Alston. Robbie Alston, you talk about a big addition to this Montana State program. The former Division III second-team All-American makes his first catch of the afternoon.
Little split zone by Derek Snell. High hat all the way by the offensive line. Great throw by Sean. That's what I'm talking about, though. Him in the pocket, getting to set his feet.
Another play action, another dump off. And this time going to Derek Snell. Tight ends and the fullbacks more involved in the offense this season. And I mean, you just look at the production. Trayton Pickering coming into this game was third in receiving for this Bobcat squad. So definitely utilizing those tight ends early on. 2nd and 7. They give to Elijah Elliott. Runs upfield and gets inside the 15.
Derek Snell was a young guy. We've had some good receivers here at Montana State in the last couple years, but he had fantastic.
See, Elijah Elliott has put in a lot of work over the last 2 weeks as he gets the give again. Cuts upfield and now inside the 10. Bunched up on the line. Empty backfield here for Sean Chambers on 2nd and 5. Chambers looking to do it himself, plowing up the middle. And he'll get taken down at around the 2-yard line. And that's going to pick up a first down for Montana State as they're knocking on the door.
You see R.J. Fitzgerald go in the game, number 41. You think, okay, here comes the lead block. He blocks to the left. Sean Chambers just takes it to the right. And we know once it gets down here.
Instant goal, Chambers under center. He's got R.J. Fitzgerald as well as Lane Sumner to give to the fullback. And Fitzgerald's going to plow over the goal line and get into the end zone. His 2nd TD of the season. Montana State answering right back.
Awesome to see. You know, a guy has spent so much time in this program. He's a heart and soul type guy. He's a bell cow. Dillon, Montana boy. He hadn't had 1 touchdown prior to 3 weeks ago. Now he's got 2 touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. It's awesome to see for RJ.
There's so many memories that happened here, but this national anthem today marked a personal homecoming for one Bozeman family. Emily Frazier sang today's national anthem. She lives here in Bozeman now. And while she was singing her last couple notes, 2 fighter jets flew over Bobcat Stadium. But what made that moment so special is that her dad was the pilot of one of those. Captain Billy Kid Frazier. He's a Bozeman native, lifelong Bobcat fan. His family just moved here this summer, but he's been finishing his naval career down in Texas. This is the first time he's been back in months, and he said before he did this flight, it was a true homecoming for him and his family. He's going to land at Bozeman Yellowstone International Airport and make his way over to this game and enjoy it with his family, guys.
Ashley, thank you so much. I mean, yeah, Ty, you nailed it. I mean, just goosebumps, absolute chills as that one will fly out of the end zone. Great first series to get into the end zone. Gronauer, he wants it all. He's going deep. And that one in and out of the hands. Shane Daly almost came down with a big reception.
It looked like Jeffrey Manning was coming in late, and he might have had a little help from the sun here.
A huge catch there, and probably a better look right here. Yeah, just in and out.
You know, they've watched a lot of film now. They're going to keep attacking the secondary.
As the Bengals will keep it on the ground on 2nd and 10.
Montana State's defense changed their call too.
Under pressure, gets hit as he throws, and that one is picked up. James Campbell. Campbell following blockers. And the 2nd straight week with a pick for James Campbell.
All starts up front, Ben. All starts up front. Great job by Sebastian Valnez and others getting pressure on the quarterback. Great job by James Campbell. James Campbell didn't have an interception until last week. Now he's got 2.
Right into the hands as he was trying to find Christian Fredrickson was saving Gronauer. Again, here's the pressure right here. He took a licking right here.
Great job running through him, all right? I know it's a quarterback. If you stop and kind of show your hands, that's when the...
James Campbell, excuse me.
Sorry.
Play action. Chambers with a strike. He goes to Cleveland Thomas. Lane Sumner gets to the edge. And a touchdown saving tackle right there on the far side. First quarter. Empty backfield again for Sean Chambers. R.J. Fitzgerald, the man in motion. Chambers zigzagging his way, and the ball popped loose. As Chambers had that one jarred loose. And it's still going to remain Montana State football. Second and goal. Chambers up the gut. And the leading touchdown rusher in the FCS gets into the blue turf again.
Yeah, they went with their big personnel. You can see they kind of made an A-frame there in the backfield. Two big bodies in front of them. Big bodies. Like I said, low red, expect 10.
Ronauer again going to the air. Kind of more of a pocket passer and a quick strike to the far side. First and 10, another give to Raiden Hunter, bouncing to the outside. Trying to dance his way, able to get out of a couple tackles and picks up a first down. A good run right there by the guy who came into this season number 1 in the depth chart at that running back spot.
He kind of ran over Callahan a little bit.
And he was able to elude 4 different tacklers on that play as he gets the carry once again, but this time wrapped up in the backfield. And Simeon Woodard was the first man there.
Well, it looked like Simeon polished it up, but again, it starts up front. I wouldn't be shocked if this was Sebastian Valdez on the first contact there.
Yeah, it was Valdez.
Sebastian is a big, powerful man. 4th in the FCS with 6.5 sacks so far.
Leading sack man in the Big Sky. Ronauer, quick find to Xavier Gilroy. And a big hit laid out. Jeffrey Manning there.
Again, cover 3 concept, really nice zone eyes by the strong safety. Down in coverage. Nice open field tackle, get him to 3rd and long. Yeah, I mean, you're already in 3rd and long, now you're in 3rd and 15. Expect some kind of screen, tailback screen.
Dump off as they go to Amayabu. Bring up 4th down for Idaho State.
If they don't block you, something's up. Brody's got to put his foot in the ground and turn and follow the tailback.
Taco Dollar will call fair catch at around the 21-yard line. Way in. Marquis Johnson gets the flip and spun down, and that will pick up a first down for Montana State. Dollar, the man in motion. He'll get the flip this time. He gets to the edge, and the flag thrown back at the 36-yard line.
Holding number 16 of the offense. 10-yard penalty.
We'll end the first quarter here at Bobcat Stadium. A 14-6 Montana State lead as, again, the offense responded after Idaho State got on the board quickly. Another big crowd here in Bozeman. Quarter number 2 coming up on the other side. Again, maybe a 3rd string, but he has experience. It's not one of those things where he is basically thrown into the fire. And dancing and picking up the first down, it will be Elijah Elliott. Another good run.
Job zone blocking by Brian Armstrong's O-line. The big uglies, the big nasties. Those guys are a huge part of why they're rushing for almost 300 yards a game. 300 yards on the ground a game, Ben, for a non-triple option team is incredible.
This Montana State offense.
I said right under 300. Right under 300.
A strike to Robbie Alston.
You see what I'm saying about Chambers, though? When he can just set his feet and have a second or two, he's just so much cleaner and more on target with the football.
And they'll pick up a first down for Montana State during that 2019 campaign. Give to Lane Sumner. Bounces off a couple blocks and into open space, but eventually taken down to the 29-yard line. Let's go back down.
This week, Brent Vigen shared that he's making really good progress and has a really important update on Monday with the doctors. And depending on what happens with that, that will give a more definitive timeline that they have.
Chambers over the middle, and once again Trayton Pickering to the 15.
The Sunburst Savage, man. Second level players, though, they got to understand the rest of the O-line, the hats are still high. All right, get depth, get in coverage, too easy.
The Sunburst Savage. So you got and getting inside the 10.
That's the Alaskan Assassin, right?
Yep.
We just call him, you can call him Derek Snell if you'd like.
2nd and 6. And Elijah Elliott just gets ripped down. This one from about 24 yards. Glesner right through the uprights. A 17-6 lead for Montana State.
It's exploding. It's nuts. It's a great day.
Another booming kick from the leg of Blake Glesner will fly into the end zone. Yeah, Tyler Vanderwall does have an MRI on Monday, so we'll see if he'll get the green light heading into next week. And wrapped up in backfield, and your guy Nolan Askelson with the stop.
Nothing better there for the linebacker room when both of them are getting in on the play. Nolan, obviously the first one, getting cleaned up there by Danny Yu. Great job by Bobby Daly's group. Little shout out to Coach Daly. Not only was Coach Daly a great Bobcat player, but he's expecting a baby anytime soon. Hopefully he can wait another hour and a half, 2 hours.
Man in motion, the pitch. James finds a hole, a stiff arm, and rumbles out of bounds. And a good run there. Getting more involved in the offense in the last 2 weeks. Play action, Gronauer, lots of time running out, and he's got open space. Not much of a runner, but he'll take off here. And he'll scoot out of bounds, and he will pick up a first down. 1st and 10 near midfield. Pressure coming, and the ball's on the turf. And it's a fumble, and it's going to be scooped up by Montana State.
Big time play there by David Alston, young man out of St. Paul, Minnesota, the Twin Cities. Some Minnesota boys on this Bobcat defense making plays with him and Ty Okada. Nice job by him. Turnover. Like I said, I always tell the defense, we got one job. That's to get the ball back for the offense. Nice job by him.
Another big defensive play by this Montana State D, and there's going to be Lavelle Price coming up with the fumble recovery. We're able to do it off that interception by James Campbell. Chambers in play action, a strike to the far side, and he's got Willie Patterson.
Nice to see Willie P getting involved here. Senior out of Tacoma, Washington.
Lane Sumner finds a hole, and Sumner with a burst of speed and taken out of bounds at the 14-yard line. Lane Sumner, welcome back.
Again, great job by the offensive line.
Ground. Chambers this time doing work with his legs. Chambers as he streaks into the end zone. Sean Chambers once again. You see that smile, you know he loves his new home here in Bozeman as he once again puts up 6 for the Bobcats.
Well, I don't chart it, but this is the most 12 personnel I think I've seen consistently out of the Bobcat offense. That 2 tight end look, read zone, and again, low red, Sean Chambers. This guy might have 100 touchdowns this year.
Always doing damage with his legs. Gets into the blue turf again. Chambers, you obviously root for him, and to bring him here to Bozeman after what happened in Wyoming, you know, kind of giving him, you know, sort of a second chance to regain that love for football. Not only here in Bozeman, not only here in Montana, but all throughout this country. And again, they love their Bobcats, considering the sellouts that we've seen in this stadium, the 2 largest crowds in Bobcat Stadium history already this season. Idaho State looking to get going offensively. That one is bobbled. And Xavier Gilroy hauls into the catch. 3rd and 3 again. This Idaho State offense looking for any sort of spark after getting out to that hot start on their first drive. Gronauer, pocket collapsing over the middle, in and out of the hands of his top target, and Xavier Gilroy. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Bengals. And a line drive will bounce it around the 40, and Montana State will just let this one bounce.
No, the referee saw it. The kid actually flicked it to try to get another 5-6 yards. The referee saw it. Those spotted accordingly.
Yep.
Pretty incredible. I mean, great job by Jeff Choate and his staff getting Bobcat fans excited again. I mean, look around. You got 20,000 people here. It's a beautiful day. Bozeman's growing. Montana State is growing. They're just shy of 17,000 students now. Life's pretty good in Bozeman, Montana.
Another give to Lane Sumner, getting to the outside, and we'll see where they spot him. And it will be enough for a first down. Dowler in motion. Another give to Sumner. And Sumner trying to get every inch he can. And gets a gain of about 3. Fakes the handoff. Chambers showing off the arm. And incomplete. Montana State crowd wanting a flag, but Robbie Alston not able to haul it in.
Watch Alston's hands.
And Brown almost had an interception there. Would have been a nice pick there.
Lot of contact, though. There's no question. A lot of hand fighting, but I mean, hey, that's football.
From around midfield, Elijah Elliott. And his offensive line trying to push him towards that first down marker, but will be brought down just short, a yard short, to bring up 4th down. Chambers, the handoff, and a first down. Another handoff is going to go to Derek Snell. Chambers looking to go to the air again, slings it as he finds Elijah Elliott, and he'll move the sticks once again. Hurry up offense. Chambers looking to throw again, and deja vu again to Elijah Elliott. And he'll get spun up and brought down just shy of the 20.
Texas.
Yeah, the offensive line has been key this season as we wrapped up in the backfield. And
younger than others, and they're playing to their strengths.
3rd and 4, Chambers. Lots of time over the middle. A strike to Trayton Pickering. And another Bobcat first down with under a minute to play here in the first half.
Now they just got to be really conscious of the time. About 40 seconds left.
Clock winding here as Chambers gets the high snap. Dumps it off. Lane Sumner trying to get past a trio of Bengal defenders, but wisely runs out of bounds to stop the clock. You saw there, as well as Elijah Elliott. Chambers keeps it himself up the gut once again into the end zone. Sean Chambers for the 3rd time today gets into the end zone for 6.
Champ here, Ben. Whammy! Man, this kid just likes to score touchdowns.
Never this season would I imagine you'd use an Anchorman reference in a broadcast, but
it's only our 2nd game together, Ben.
That's true. We still got a long way to go. Sean Chambers once again. 3 TDs on the ground this afternoon. It's been a commanding lead for Montana State in homecoming games against Idaho State, 12-2, as that one's just thrown out of bounds.
You know, another stat that is not on there is the possession time, where Montana has got the ball twice as much now as Idaho State.
And you see the first half stats for both Montana State and Idaho State, 293 total yards, but again, the rushing yards, 143. It's been pretty even for this Montana State offense. We give to Lane Sumner, who's leading the way on the ground so far for Montana State, as he'll get taken down at the 24-yard line. Keeping it on the ground, Lane Sumner busts up the middle and picks up another Bobcat first down.
Pistol formation, you can see that's what they're doing. There's no hurry up. They're just taking their time. They're going to run the football and run down a lot of clock in this half.
Elijah Elliott to the 45.
Punt it down deep into their territory and just keep controlling the clock.
Chambers to the air and in and out of the hands of Derek Snell. Now bring up 4th down. 20 for 150 yards as Shane Daly is back to return this punt for Idaho State, and he'll just let it bounce, and that will go into the end zone for a touchback. He has had a decent afternoon, 123 yards as he rolls to his right and chucks it over to his top wideout, and Xavier Gilroy gets to the 40 and knocked out of bounds.
It's been an exciting homecoming here at Bobcat Stadium, but one of the best moments actually happened before kickoff. Emily Frazier singing the national anthem while her dad, Captain Frazier, flew over Bobcat Stadium in one of those fighter jets. What was that moment like for both of you?
It was awesome. I mean, it was a long time coming. I've wanted to do it for a really long time. I'm very proud of my daughter. We started coordinating this a little over a month and a half ago, trying to see if we could make it happen. I thank the athletic department for helping us out to get this to happen. Thank the Navy for giving me all the opportunities that I've had, and I'm just so proud of Emily for just all that she does too.
Now, Emily, you're a first-year student here. You get to sing the national anthem, but as you're singing those last couple words, you see those jets fly right over you. I mean, was it a little emotional? What was going through your head?
It was just so surreal. I didn't really feel like it was actually happening, and I was tearing up during that last moment for sure.
Well, this is somewhat of a true homecoming for your guys' family. You guys just moved out here this summer. You're a lifelong Bobcat fan, though. You're from Bozeman. You went to Bozeman High School. How much of a homecoming was this game for you?
This is really big to me, and I'm seeing friends and people I haven't seen for so long. They're coming down and saying hi to me after, when we're down there in the end zone. I'm excited to kind of come back here and settle down a little bit, spend a lot more time with my family. That's really important. Yeah.
And Emily, you've lived in a lot of different places. Does Bozeman feel like home already?
Even though I've only lived here for a few months, it's already home for sure.
And last question for me, lifelong Bobcat fan. I know you've been following this team. You saw them play in that national championship this year. What excites you about this team?
A lot of energy. There is a lot of energy, and these guys have a lot of talent. They have a lot of talent, for sure.
There's so much school spirit, too. It's really great.
Yeah, the school spirit, for sure.
No doubt about that. Well, thank you so much for your service. Enjoy homecoming. We'll send it back up to the booth for you guys.
Idaho State going into Montana State territory. I mean, we've already harped on it a couple times, Ty. That flyover during the national anthem, I mean, everybody in the stadium had to get chills just watching that. Amazing moment pregame.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool when our rodeo team runs out with some awesome-looking ponies. But if we can't do that, some fighter jets above it. I mean, you can't beat it.
I now have like the Top Gun theme blasting in my head ever since we saw that during pregame. Ronhauer under pressure, able to get it off to Xavier Gilroy for Idaho State. Again, the dump off to Gilroy. And he's going to be well short of that first down marker as he gets to the 30. Ronhauer slings it, and that one is picked off. Following blockers, Jeffrey Manning. And he'll get knocked out of bounds. Another takeaway by this Montana State defense.
It almost looked like a busted route. Just a miscommunication. He zigged when he thought he was zagging. Jeffrey's right there in the right place, right time. Another takeaway for MSU's defense.
Second interception today.
State program moves forward.
Yard line, first down, Montana State.
So I'll back it up to the 15, but still a pick by Jeffrey Manning. And I want to go back to what you were
AG was having to go be a GA at Arizona State, but it worked, and he remained in the Pac-12 for almost a decade. Most recently at Cal.
Facilities, they need to obviously do a lot for any football program in any conference. Doesn't matter, even if it's outside the Big Sky. Really, any conference.
That's where I wear Jordans because my kids don't think I'm that old.
Spinning is Elijah Elliott, and he's going to get down to the 34-yard line as Montana State continues to use that clock.
And it definitely starts with the facility, because if you build it, they will come, guys.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Ashley. As Elijah Elliott took a big hit there. Wyoming Gatorade Player of the Year back in 2019. As he finds a hole and picks up a good run there, and another Montana State first down.
Tight end sets for the Bobcats.
Chambers going to the air, and that one in and out of the hands, almost picked off. Chris Sanchez almost had a pick. 3rd and 8. Sumner with a burst of speed through a hole. That'll bring up 4th down for Montana State.
It's good playing today.
Chambers looking to throw again. Escapes. Batted away. No flag, and a turnover as you see Brent Vegan and the rest of the coaching staff absolutely livid. That one intended for Willie Patterson. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, I got to agree with Coach Vegan on this one. It looks like the referees also want this to be the shortest half, because that was early in my mind. Yeah, that's a penalty,
Yeah.
Ben.
Points by Montana State, taking advantage of a couple takeaways as they give it to Hunter again, and he'll get tripped up. And he'll be brought down at the 43-yard line. Sebastian Valdez on the stop. Empty backfield again for Gronauer. A slant over the middle finds Xavier Gilroy. And once again, it's Raiden Hunter. Now the give to Hunter. Breaks away from Nolan Askelson, then swallowed up by a trio of Bobcat defenders.
That was a little bit late, but he was removed. Nolan just,
That's going to end the third quarter here at Bobcat Stadium. Still a 34-6 lead for the fourth-ranked Bobcats. It's been all MSU ever since that first drive for Idaho State, looking for another home win. The school record of 16 consecutive home wins, dating back to 1956 to 1959, the longest active home winning streak in the FCS, and on their way to matching that record. They're able to recover that. 3rd and 5. Again, empty backfield over the middle, and that one complete to Xavier Gilroy. And that'll be enough for a Bengal first down. Over the middle, again going his top wide out and takes a big hit, and that one is picked off. Callahan O'Reilly with INT number 3 this season as he gets to midfield.
awesome. Awesome play by Callahan. Awesome play by Callahan. The kid's got 3 interceptions on the year. 2 obviously came in that first game. Right place, right time.
In and out of the hands. Reddy Short delivering that big blow.
And we got a new quarterback, Ben.
Yep, Sean Austin into the game today. And he'll dump it off right on cue to Derek Snell. And the tight end rumbles with a stiff arm. Stays on his feet and finally taken down. State championship MVP. Off the gut to Elijah Elliott. We got an injured Idaho State Bengal on that defense. Portland, Oregon. But you see right there, Sean Austin into the game here in the 4th quarter. Garrett Kuhn also coming in at tailback for Montana State.
Saturdays is awesome.
And they'll go to Kuhn. Kuhn will pick up a first down.
See those guys fighting on the perimeter? That's great. Did a great job with our defensive line there.
Austin in trouble and dragged down in the backfield. Jude Joseph with the sack.
20, run the ball or a little slip screen, little screen to the flat, yep.
Austin will keep it himself. He'll take it down just shy of the 30. I'll bring up 4th down. A 48-yarder. Right through. Blake Lesnar with a big boot. Makes it 37-6 Montana State. It's been a quiet afternoon for them.
You know, this MSU defense is coming along. I mean, they were hit early, and I know there's a lot of question marks and who's going to be the guy to step up. But, I mean, they've got some great takeaways today and done a really nice job against a pretty explosive passing offense.
And another give as Idaho State starting to empty their bench a little bit. Gronauer rolling to his right and almost intercepted, but out of bounds. 4th down.
Well, I hope we get a replay on this one, Ben, because you're going to love this. Remember I was talking to you about a max drop, dropping 8? Well, this one they dropped 9. Watch the nose guard here. He's the spy. He's the spy who actually ends up getting the pressure. Watch right there in the middle. He's the spy. He gets the pressure on the quarterback. Big fellas like that love to drop, man. When their name's called to drop into coverage, they just think they're giddy.
Montana State defense holds, forces a 4th down. 246 total yards today for Idaho State, I should say, as Taco Dowler will call for a fair catch. Over 8.5 again. With another solid game today, coming off that FCS National Player of the Week honor over the middle. Now is complete to the 25-yard line.
Coach Jason Eck has done a great job with that program. Big one tonight, Weber State, Eastern Washington with an Eastern loss. It probably takes them out of the race for good. But you know, obviously you look at those top two, things are pretty good in the Treasure State right now, no doubt about it, with a combined record of 9-1, soon to be 10-1. Montana had the bye week. They've got a big one for the Little Brown Stein next week against the University of Idaho, a great old rivalry. You can see right there in third place. And again, you know, Jason Eck, who used to coach here at Montana State, cut his teeth for a while at South Dakota State, had some great runs there, and he's doing a great job down in Moscow.
Yeah, finally decided to move on from Paul Petrino, and Jason Eck, like you mentioned, has done a dang good job in Moscow and the Kibbie Dome so far.
Wyoming, Oregon State, and national champion North Dakota State. The guy deserves a ton of credit.
No question, and dragging a couple of defenders for a first down. Also getting some run here in the fourth quarter.
Also a Bozeman Hawk Ben, local kid, love it.
Yeah, good opportunity here for some of these guys, again, to get some good playing time here in the fourth quarter.
This too, going back to Idaho State. A lot of youth,
yep.
A lot of new faces on this team.
51 new players.
Which is incredible. It kind of reminds me of the McNeese State situation.
New era down in Pocatello. Austin, another dump off to Kuhn. And Kuhn able to get to the 30-yard line as they pick up another first down. As you were telling me earlier during break, just kill the clock, get out of here healthy, and get ready for a Northern Colorado team next week. Kuhn getting to the edge, picks up a first down and trying to get a whole lot more, and knocked out of bounds. The Bobcats once again move the sticks.
Could have done, I promise.
Austin decides to keep it.
I don't think that was ever a pass. If you watch it, I think it was the illusion of throw, but he was going to run the whole time.
Elijah Elliott with the keeper. We'll be close to that first down marker.
I think it'll be close.
That one up off the upright.
That's too bad because it really has been a clean game. It's been a good game for the Bobcats. Too bad to see the block there at the end.
From here, if you're Idaho State,
keep working. He knew getting in. I mean, you're the one that said it. Multiple guys told him, "Don't take the job." Right? You're at Cal. Keep doing your thing. He wanted to be a head football coach at the collegiate level. This is part of the deal. I mean, I remember we took over for Rob.
This will be the final play of this one, and it will be a keeper and a fumble, and the game's going to end on another Montana State takeaway.
Why wouldn't it, Ben? I mean, that's what you call a par for the course. Par for the course right there. Another takeaway for Willie Mack's defense. Great job by the D today.
Yeah, they really stepped up after Idaho State struck first and very quickly on their first drive. But Montana State takes it 37-6 over Idaho State to remain undefeated in Big Sky play before they head to Northern Colorado.